Hey guys, this is Vince here, and most likely if you're watching this video, you're maybe you're trading, number two, you're looking to get into the Forex market, or maybe you might be an experienced trader just looking to, evolve your skills. Or you might be brand new, and you might be asking yourself, Vince, what is the Forex market? Essentially, the foreign exchange market is where you're exchanging one country's currency for another. It's a $5.3 trillion per day market that trades 24 hours per day, 5 days per week. Now, I do have to say this because we're going to be talking about a lot of results and testimonials here. So I will say this, past performance is not indicative of future results, right? So, the problem is with Forex trading, is that, there's a high learning curve, right? So I've seen a lot of people try to get involved in the Forex market, and ultimately they have no success, or they fail, or they lose their shirts. I know a lot of successful traders that ends up losing their shirts, right? So there's a high learning curve. Not only that, it's time draining. Sitting in front of the charts for hours and hours, and waking up at 1 o'clock in the morning to trade the London session, and then taking a nap, waking up at 8 o'clock in the morning to trade the New York session. It is very draining. Okay, and not to mention, most people end up blowing their accounts. Okay, and you're constantly being in fear of losses. You're doing emotional trading. There's a lot of human errors that plays in the Forex market as well too. That's why there's only 4% of traders are highly successful, because not only one, a lot of human errors, lack of sleep, and also greed and emotional trading, right? So what if I told you guys that you can automate your whole Forex trading, right? So what we're going to be talking about here is something that not only can benefit the seasoned professional traders, but also the newbies that get involved into this $5.3 trillion market as well too. So let's talk about Forex and automation real quick, right? So how would you like to use this billion-dollar hedge fund manager's secret AI-powered trading software and keep 100% of the profits? Okay, this is 100% compliant software that's already getting consistent gains every month for more than 814 newbies. We're talking about people who's never traded Forex before, right? People who don't even know what an MT4 platform is. Okay, so my business partner now, Sal, we got a chance to meet Dave, which is actually the creator of the software. He actually lives right here, not too far from us. This gentleman here is not only brilliant, but he came up with something that's going to help out the masses. This guy, Dave, he has the 93rd highest IQ in the world, right? Not only that, he comes with a lot of experience on the table. It's not just about, him being smart, but this gentleman has actually traded billions of dollars at the second largest hedge fund in New York. He created the world's first AI powered trading software. Okay, so essentially what he did was he took his years and years of experience, combined that with Microsoft artificial intelligence to create what we call Benjamin. Okay, so Benjamin is essentially just a software that all you have to do is just plug Benjamin into your current MT4 account, and Benjamin is gonna trade for you while you sleep automatically. So imagine that. Imagine you're an experienced trader, you're trading, and you take a trade, and Benjamin realizes that the trade is going in the wrong direction, and Benjamin actually takes control and gets you out of that trade in a positive manner. Or maybe you're just a newbie. You've heard of Forex, the Forex market, but you really don't know where to start, or you don't know how to trade, or you're looking, for some sort of mentorship, or you're trying to learn how to trade. Here, you don't have to go through all that process and the learning curve and being a vampire, waking up at odd hours of the day. You can just let Benjamin do the work for you. And Benjamin is backed by a gentleman who's traded billions of dollars in hedge fund industry, right? So the experience is there, right? So you might be asking yourself, well, does this actually work? Okay, does this actually work, and will it work for me, right? So let's take a look at some testimonials. As we can see, Matt says 187 trade out of 187 win ratio, 0 losses, up. I believe that says 26% in 22 hours. That's all I have to say. Okay, guys. One thing about this, this industry, and one thing I love about numbers is numbers doesn't lie. Numbers tells the whole story. It's either 1 plus 1 is always equals 2, right? And also, let's see what Alex has to say. He says, in just 2 days of trading last week, Benji increased my account by 15%. He went 12 out of 14, and both losing trades were successfully hedged with the blue arrows. Now, here's one thing I want you to take a look at and pay very close attention. As you can see in the screenshot here that Alex is talking about, that you can see most of the trades are blues, right? Which means that the software is winning about 80 to 90% of the trades. But what happens when it has a losing trade? And here's where it gets really, really interesting. As you can see, we had a losing trade here on Euro USD, right? You can see where he lost $16. And then you can also see where he came back, that same Euro USD pair took another trade when the software realizes that it was going to lose this current trade over here for $16.49. So the software not only hedged this, but utilizes cost average to take another trade. So we actually profited $17 on this trade right here. So essentially, we actually made a 51 cent profit from this loss, guys. Think about this. Not only does the software in 80 to 90% of the trades, but even on the losing trades, we have the ability to make profits. That is insane, right? And here's what Dave had to say. He said, "I'm completely blown away by the performance of our algorithmic software. This account is 48 hours old, and as you can see, he's made $1,062 profit in 48 hours. We're talking about people who's never traded before, guys, have no experience. Tyler said, Benjamin has done me 10% 24 hours, $400 profit on a 4K account. Results are not typical. Don't be typical, but really trading involves risk. But guys, as you can see, wins after wins after wins after wins. And when it does lose right here on a GBP USD trade of $85, it actually took another trade where we won $88. So we actually made $3 profit from even the losses, guys. But most of the time, the software is going to do its thing and it's going to win. Guys, we can sit here and talk about testimonials and go on for days and days and days. Actually, we have a Facebook group that has like 1,400 people in there. It's nothing but testimonials, okay? Here goes Jamie. He says, wow, 35% this past month. Benji's on fire. As you can see all his trades. As you can see, a lot of them are blues. But here's where it gets really, really interesting. It's not about winning. It's not about winning every single trade. It's what happens when you are in those bad trades, right? As you can see, we took a trade here. We lost $571 in one trade, and then the software came right back and took the same trade, Euro USD, and made $638 in this trade. So we lost $571, lost $55, but we won $638. So we pretty much got all of our money back. We lost $244 here on this trade, but we came right back and won that money back, plus had a $5 profit. So even on the losses, guys, we're making profit. This software has been trading for the past 4 months for the field, and knock on wood, there hasn't been a single loss in the past 4 months. Now, that's powerful, guys. Powerful, okay? Jake said the results are rolling in. To me, this is winning 100% of the trades because the negative trades were cost averaged by the software. And not only even that, but I even made a few bucks off of the losses. Incredible, incredible. So, guys, testimonials goes on and on and on, and I can show you testimonials for days, right? And as I said, these are complete newbies, people that's never traded before. So if you're watching this video and you are a seasoned professional trader, and you might be asking, well, what am I going to get out of this? Guys, if you're trading manually, the software can help you. If you're a good trader, but you want to have more time freedom, right? You want to be around your family, spend more time, go on vacation. This software works for you. If you're a newbie, you've never traded before, you don't even know what Euro USD is, this software will work for you, okay? So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to show you some results, right? So I'm going to take you behind the scenes to our Facebook group, okay? So as you can see, this is our Facebook group right here. We have more than 1,400 members in the Facebook group. And guys, this group is nothing but testimonials, okay? As you can see, here goes a testimonials right there, 54 minutes ago. 54 minutes ago, Robert said he just deposited $5,000. Here go his trades. So far, he's had 3 trades. All of them have been positive, okay? Let's take a look around some more. All right. Here goes another member in our group, right? Look at all these winning trades, guys. All of these are blues, winning trades, guys. Incredible, incredible, incredible. Guys, and this is a personal video that I made of our account. As you can see, in this video, there's so many trades. There's only 3 losing trades, but even the losing trades, we're making profit on. So, guys, if you haven't gotten started, or if you're looking at this video, either you're a professional trader or you're a beginner, you need to get involved in what we're doing here. Okay, get involved.
SilverStar Live is exploding, and for good reason. What we're doing is we are dramatically speeding up the process to real financial freedom. We're helping so many people make money. You know, there's a statistics in Forex that nearly 96% of people actually lose money in Forex, and we're completely flipping that statistic on its end, where it's like we got we got everybody winning. And so this thing is set to explode. And what you're going to see tonight is just going to be fuel to the fire. As you guys know, Benjamin has been kicking butt for the past, 4 months. It's been out to the field, and it's been testing for 6 months, and it has worked flawlessly, knock on wood. And what tonight is about Hamilton, Benjamin's little brother, and essentially the way that the software works is incredible. I'll hand it over to Quicksilver, but basically this is going to be exciting for people that have smaller accounts. Okay, if you have under $1,500, this is going to be amazing for you. It's also going to be the most marketable software in the world. So if you're helping us get the message out to people about the software, then this is going to be like your best friend because of the result. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to introduce Quicksilver here. Thank you so much, Dave, for your 2 decades worth of intense study and trial and error and expensive testing that you've done to figure this out. It's been such a blessing to me and to everybody that's on this call. And I know that we're just getting started. I know that this is going to impact the lives of hundreds of thousands of people. So thank you so much for creating this. And why don't you take it away and show everybody what Hamilton's all about?
Thanks a lot, Adam. Okay, what we have here is Hamilton. Unfortunately, the markets are closed now. Otherwise, I would just turn it on and you would see trades starting to fly in. This was an account started with $500. In 2 weeks, it has gone to 709.46. This has been running live in the market for the last 2 weeks. But that's not impressive. That's really nothing impressive. What's impressive is the way it does it. Just to give you an idea, just pick a random date here. Let's say starting on the 19th. It's the amount of trades and how it trades. If you look at the amount that it wins and loses, it takes small trades, 30 cents, $1, 80 cents, $1.50, 31 cents. It goes and does literally, as I'm going through here, it's getting literally 100 to 150 to 200 trades a day. This is all trades on the 19th of December. As you're watching it fly through, there are literally trades all through the day. Every minute, all the time, you're always getting trades. What this does for you is it is a low-risk trader. Even when the trader gets really far behind, there's really never a time where you're down ever by more than $4 or $5. So the fact of the matter is you can close it out even during terrible market events and still not have a detrimental loss. The great thing about this is it is a massive time. I'm still scrolling down and it's still.
So these are all trades in one day, Dave.
In all one day. So my point is Hamilton is out. It's designed for $500 accounts to $1,000 accounts to $1,500 accounts. It is designed to not compound. It is not a compounding model. This is a model that is designed to give you a fixed return at the end of the month, and you will be able to take your money out every single month and start over from scratch with your $500, and it doesn't matter because there's no compound in this. This through the months and months of live testing that I've been doing with Hamilton, it has been generating anywhere from about $400 to $700 per month return. That is past results, not necessarily indicative of future gains, but it has generated that so far. This current account that's here, it's generated $200 in 2 weeks. So it is, it's on the slower end. It's on the slower end, but it's generated $209.46 in 2 weeks. So, it's on pace to get to that $400, $500, $600 range for the end of the month. And that on a $500 account is enormous. This will definitely help you address the situation of being able to cover your auto ship, your recurring payments and your expenses and still be profitable every single month. You have the ability to get additional softwares for $70 and just run Hamilton and basically get those kind of returns for only $70. So, I don't really know where else to go with it, but it is a huge, huge, huge thing that's being released. The other thing about it is it is an MT4, which means that any broker that runs MT4 that's not in Australia will absolutely work. as long as it has at least a 1 to 200 leverage.
Dave, explain the benefits of MT4 and the fee structure.
The great thing about MT4 is there are virtually no fees on MT4. Some companies have very small fees. Some companies have no fees, but the fees are virtually nothing. The fees, the broker kind of hides the fees in the spreads. The spreads are bigger, so the broker wins more money based on the spreads. So it's kind of an easier system to follow. So your actual winnings are your actual winnings. If it says 50-cent gain, you actually won 50 cents. You don't have to worry about the fees. And the other thing, and what it means to you being on an MT4 platform, is that you can choose one of 1,000 different brokers, 2,000 different brokers. So you will always have the ability to play around with it and try it on different brokers, see how it does, and just experiment. And also that means that not everybody's gonna have the same broker, which means the brokers aren't gonna even be able to see it. So it's pretty impressive.
One of the cool things that I wanted to point out, guys, this is one of the most exciting things is Dave literally showed me yesterday, as soon as you install Hamilton onto a chart, you will get trades immediately. Literally within 10 seconds of installing it, you'll start getting trades. So imagine how exciting that is for a new customer. It's very, very cool. Dave, what is the people are asking, what's the minimum amount that they could use on Hamilton?
You know, I don't want to say to use too little, but I have demoed it on $100 and it has been extraordinarily profitable. But, you know, on $100, you do run the risk that in the event of a market, some kind of a crazy market condition, even a $20 drawdown would be extremely detrimental to a $100 account. So I would tell you that you probably want to still stick with 500, but if it's a couple dollars less, it definitely won't hurt you, but it is designed for a very small account.
And what pairs does this run on, Dave? Same as
Nope. Right now, it only runs on Euro US dollar and Australian dollar US dollar. It only runs on 2 pairs.
Gotcha. Okay. Let's see, guys. We're answering questions here. So basically, we put $500 in, pull out the profit each month, and feed Big Brother Benji. That is an option.
Yep. Or you have the ability every month if you like some people just like the consistent flat returns of Hamilton, so they'll just go ahead and open up 2 or 3 or 4 versions of Hamilton, just so that they know they can kind of have a set return. But if you have more money, obviously the compounding of Benjamin and the bigger potential returns on Benjamin is a huge thing if you have more money. So that's why I say over $1,500, I would really highly recommend Benjamin. Under $1,500, stick to Hamilton.
And to do this and get this up there for the greater good of humanity. You can see here, this is Hamilton results. This is about 30 hours roughly. You can see I started the account at 508.17. You can see all the trades here. Okay. I had a couple that went long. Down here at the bottom, what's going on here? Oh, there, right there, not at the bottom. So right here now at the bottom, I had a 26 and a 44. Those went long. I closed those out manually, and the reason being is I wanted to lock that profit in and get those results, so I could immediately begin sharing with people. And just closing those out immediately, raised my percent gain ridiculously. I got about 4 billion% increase on my account in 30 hours. As you can see, 4 billion%. 508.17, 613.90. Psych, just kidding. That's about 21%, something like that in that area. But you get the idea. I mean, 2 days, less than 2 days, cranking.
So now let me ask you this. When was the last time you went to a movie, right? You watched a great movie and then you came back home or you went on social media, right? And said, man, this movie was incredibly awesome. How many times have you done that? A lot of us do that, but when was the last time you got paid for sharing that movie or telling your friends that movie was a great movie, right? Never, right? When was the last time you went and shopped somewhere and you had a great experience, or you went to a nice restaurant and it was you got a really good server and the food was really good and you recommended a friend or family member? How much did that restaurant pays you? Nothing, right? So what if you had this incredible software here that was making you money in your sleep? Would you be open to sharing the software with your friends and family? Of course you would, right? So what if I told you that if you refer 3 people and they start using the software, you can get the software for free. Yes, you've heard that right. If you like the software is working for you, share it. And if you share it with 3 people, your software is actually free, guys. Free. Free, free. Okay? So we have a product here that you can make money in your sleep and you can use it for free. Think about that. Okay? So let me show you how this works, right? Now, this is completely optional. Okay? This is only if you want to. If you want to just utilize the software, if you're a current trader, if you just want to utilize the software, make some extra profits, or if you're a brand new beginner and you want to utilize the software just for your personal use and you don't want to share the software, you don't have to, right? But my whole thing is, if usually as human beings, when we have a good experience, we tend to share it. Now, this is by getting paid for sharing it, right? So let's say you refer 3 people, okay? You refer 3 people, they start using the software, right? So now your software is free. You no longer have to pay for that software. And by the way, if you're asking how much is the software is $145 a month, right? But if you refer 3, it's free. Now what happens if those 3 people, right, they start using the software just like you and have a good experience? What do you think they're gonna do? They're gonna tell 3 people as well because they want their software to be free. So now you've sponsored 3, your software is free. The 3 people you sponsored went and got 3 each. Now you're making $600 a month, guys. You're making $600 a month just because you referred 3 people and they went on and referred 3 each. Guess what you can do with that $600? You can take that and add it to your trading account, or take it and go shopping, right? Take your family out to a nice dinner, right? So let's say, for example, now if this goes on and on and on, guys, as you can see, the numbers gets humongous. It's crazy. You can make up to $1 million a month with this business model. And guess what? Usually when I see these numbers in traditional companies, and I usually say, well, you know what? That's not realistic. That doesn't really happen in real life. But guess what? Here we have a product that people can use and make money. The product itself is going to make them money. So guess what's going to happen? They're not going to quit. Nobody's going to stop using the software. Nobody's going to say, well, you know what, Vince? The software made me too much money last month. I don't want to use it anymore. Right? So everybody's going to share this. And these numbers, don't worry about these numbers. This is natural growth, organic growth. So focus on using the software, be a product of the product, share it with 3 people, and let this thing snowball, right? I have been in this business for 2 weeks. My business partner, we've been involved for 2 weeks. Guys, we're already close to $5,000 a month just by sharing this opportunity with other people, but most important, being a product of the product. So guys, if you are a seasoned Forex trader, okay, this software will help you. If you're looking for more time freedom, you don't want to be in front of the charts, trading odd hours, London session, US session, guys, this software will help you. If you're a brand new newbie looking into the Forex trading market, you have no idea what it is, you don't even know how to set up your charts, this software will work for you, okay? So I can't stress it enough, guys. Make sure you join our Facebook group. It's Trading in My Sleep. And if you're watching this video, feel free to click the link below and get signed up. And I'll see you guys at the top.
I see we've got a bunch of questions that are still flooding in here. So we're going to try to answer as many questions as possible in the next 12 minutes or so here. So I'm just going to start throwing you questions. Is that okay, Dave?
Shoot.
Okay. Hamilton.
I can. You want me to just read them off, and I can just slap them out there if you want.
Whatever ones you think are best.
Okay. This will not work on IC markets. I see that someone has mentioned that if you run it on $2,000, is it okay to do a 0.03 lot size? No, this only works on 0.01. Let's see. see, can you have multiple Hamilton licenses? You can get as many Hamilton licenses as you want. It's just you have to pay the additional $70. Is there a reason for someone to put more than $500? Is there any advantage to doing it? The question is no. There's not much of an advantage to putting more than $500 in Hamilton, because your returns are going to be the same whether you put 500, 1,000, or 1,500. The only thing you get is just because in the past there hasn't been any market collapse or any kind of crazy thing happen, with a couple more dollars, you can give yourself an extra hedge or two to get you out of it. That's the only difference. But the way that it works is that Hamilton, even on a terrible, terrible market condition, the system will shut down all open trades after 8 trades, which means that you're really never going to take a loss more than like, $7, $8 at the at the most. So it's again, that's what it's done so far. That's not a guarantee, but yeah, that's the way that works. Why not MT4 broker in Australia? Because Australia does not allow the use of any kind of automatic trading software, whether it's AI, whether it's regular. They just absolutely didn't do it. What's the best MT4 broker? I can't tell you for sure what's the best one. I can tell you I've used Hugo's Way, Trader's Way, FX Choice MT4. I've used FinPro FX. All of those work. I see, is JAFX okay for Hamilton? Yes, it will work. You're just not in the United States. What about Costa Rica? Absolutely, you can do it. Just get a broker that will work in Costa Rica. Any MT4 broker that is not in Australia will work as long as the leverage is 200 to 1. At Adam, they found the right product page. If you saw the
yeah, I saw Kyle Murphy there said he saw the right purchase page. Let me see if I can find that. Dave, you'll keep answering questions. I'll go and see if I can see this.
Okay. We've got, let's see. So how do we get started? You can basically, actually, that's the funny thing, is that Adam is trying to find you the page to go and get started. Or you can just sign up for the, or you can just sign up for the program. Once you sign up for the, for any of our softwares, you can choose Benjamin or Hamilton. You can switch licenses from Benjamin to Hamilton. So if you are on Benjamin and you would rather be on Hamilton, you may switch your license, go into the back office and change the account number to whatever your broker is, and we will automatically switch you. There's no charge for switching. Let's see. IC markets outside of the US? No, you can't use IC markets. They've, them and Pepperstone and a few others, they've all changed, because anything that's based out of Australia will not work, because they do not take, automatic trading software. Well, for FX Choice, you're asking about Pro or Classic. You have to go to FX Choice and find out which is best for you. I believe the Pro has lower fees than the Classic, so there are advantages to both, but you're going to have to go to the individual broker and find out which MT4 platform is better. As long as the leverage, I stress again, the higher the leverage, the better it is. If you can get 500 to 1, 400 to 1, that's even better. The best leverage will give you better results.
Just a quick update. So to give you guys an idea, if you go into your account right now and you just go under purchase services, you'll be able to purchase the additional license for only $70. It wasn't showing up on my account because I, for some reason, don't have my account's different. I don't have it purchased yet. So that was the only reason why. So if you just go in again, when you log into your back office in silverstarbuilder.com and you click purchase services, you'll be able to see the option to get that as well. All right.
Yep. 1,000 to 1, people are saying is 1,000 to 1. Okay, yes, it absolutely is. The higher the leverage, the better it is. You do make more money the higher the leverage is. Trader's Way is like 500 to 1. It might be even better or higher, blah, 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 blah. Yes, the higher the leverage, you make a little bit more, and it's actually safer for you. Can you use Hugo's Way? Yes. Almost any broker that's MT4 that is not in Australia and has high enough leverage, you can use. Let's see.
So
No. In Australia is the only place that doesn't allow automated trading, robots or software or anything. So it has to be manual trades in Australia. What's up?
So Dave, somebody with $1,000 in an account, what should they do? Should they do Hamilton or Benjamin?
I think about it for a second. At the end of the month, if you have $1,000 and you make 500, that's a pretty darn good return. However, if you have more money, Benjamin is more scalable, and it also compounds, and you can also continue to grow it exponentially, where this is going to be the same every month. So if you have $1,000, I would absolutely recommend Hamilton.
Cool.
Okay, how many licenses could I buy? You can buy, I don't think we have any limits set. You can definitely use it on the same VPS as Benjamin. The basic VPS can run about 3 softwares. So you can run 5 or 6. If you upgrade your VPS package to a little bit higher package, you'll be able to run more softwares on one VPS. That's a good question. I don't really know the answer to that one. It says, maybe you know, Adam, but I don't know it. It says, I know it's free for Benjamin once you have 3 people, but once you purchase the additional software, I know that you don't, right now, you still always have to pay the $70 a month, but I don't know if we're in the talks of bringing in 3 more personals, if that will get your $70 free. I believe it will, but I have to see. I'm going to have to talk to Hassan and Candace about that, because they're the ones who work on that. But that's an excellent question. I will figure it out for you. On the highest VPS package, do you know how many accounts you could possibly run? I would say you'll be very, very safe running 6 or 7 accounts easily. I mean, easily. I really would think that there's a really good chance you can run 15, but I would say at least 6 or 7 you'll be able to run.
Okay, so Dave, question. So when people upgrade to the $70, where will they actually go to download the software? Is it going to be on SilverStar?
It's going to be on SilverStarLiveSoftware.com. It is going to be up there shortly. Over the weekend, it will be on there. So just check back on the SilverStar Live software, and you can, as soon as it is uploaded, you can download it. So it will be over the weekend.
Let's see. Bunch of questions coming in. Let me try and recap this so everyone understands exactly how this works. Okay, Hamilton, great for smaller accounts. It's going to take, Dave, how many trades is it taken in a day? Have you seen?
I've had the lowest that it's taken has been 91 trades in the day. The highest it's taken is 235.
Okay, so the idea here is it's going to take a ton of trades. It's exciting. It's great for smaller accounts. Now, how does this actually work? You go into your back office, SilverStarBuilder.com, and you click Purchase Services. Under there, you can purchase an additional license. So if you're already using Benjamin, you want to use Hamilton as well, just purchase an additional license for $70. Over the weekend, Dave is going to be uploading the final version of Hamilton. So that way you can go to SilverStarLiveSoftware.com and you'll be able to download Hamilton and get it up and running for this next week when the market.
But keep in mind, you're going to have your account opened with whatever broker you want first. So all of these things need to be done prior to you. So you have to choose whichever broker you want. Also, you don't even have to pay the $70 if you want to just use Hamilton. You can always just open a new Hamilton. You can open up a new MT4 account number, Once you put the once you get the account number, go to your back office, change your broker information to whatever the broker you're using, and put in your new MT4 account number, and Hamilton will work and Benjamin will cease to work. So that's the way it is. So you can use one or the other without any additional cost. You can use it. You can start using it right now. But other than that, if you want to have both running, you can pay $70 and do that, or you can have it running 5 different times if you just want to get individual $70 licenses for each one.
Okay. Somebody's asking, is Hamilton a flat $500 a month? Okay. Obviously, we can't guarantee.
Yeah. No, we can't guarantee it, but so far, since I've been running it for several months, it's gone between $400 and $700 profit on each of the accounts that I've used and I've been running it on. So it is pretty consistently. It's pretty consistently out there. It will, I think you'll be very happy with your results.
Let's see. We're going to answer just a couple more questions here, guys, and then we got to get running here. So let's see, a couple last questions. If you have $2,000 account, what does it make more sense to use Benjamin, or does it make more sense to use
for what dollar amount account?
2,000.
2,000.
Yep.
Yeah, 2,000. Benjamin is probably better, just because your potential gains are a lot higher, and it will compound. So you have the potential of doing more money with Benjamin, where even on the low side of Benjamin's returns, you're still going to be pretty good.
Can it be back tested, Dave?
It can. It's just a little bit more difficult to back test, only because the back test is not going to be able to run both pairs at the same time, where it uses one pair uses the other one to get out of other trades. So it's kind of a hybrid type of trading software where it's not, everything's not relying on one pair. Also, because it's MT4, it will literally take forever to test. It's going to take probably an hour and a half to run, an hour and a half to run the back test at least. And even then, it's not going to be super accurate because of the necessity of both running at the same time.
Yeah. Okay, it looks like we're starting to get a bunch of the same questions that we've already answered previously in the webinar. So there will be a recording of this that we can send out to everyone. Let's see. Thank you, Quicksilver. You're a genius, and this is going to be life-changing.
Well, I think basically am I going to do a setup video? Absolutely. I will be doing a setup video. The setup is basically, it's going to go on to the charts exactly like Benjamin did. You're just going to drag and drop the software from the left, from the navigator on the left onto the charts. It's going to work exactly the same way, but I can definitely run a video, put up a new video for that on SilverStarLiveSoftware.com in the training page.
Cool. Let's see. Couple last questions. Oh, this is the biggest thing, Dave. What? Somebody's asking, what's the drawdown?
This is really, really cool.
This is the best.
The average drawdown on Hamilton is 0.53 is the average drawdown, less than 1% drawdown. So it is a crazy low drawdown. So, if I can't really stress to you how low that number is. So it's only using half of 1% of your money in order to make the $500 over a 1 month span, assuming it makes about 500. I shouldn't say 500. That's, it's past results. But to make the money it makes, it only uses less than 0.5%.
Crazy.
I shouldn't say less than half, about half.
Is it possible to purchase Hamilton without purchasing Benjamin? That's a great question, and the answer is yes. When you initially sign up with your one license that you purchase, you will be able to either use Benjamin or Hamilton. That's up to you. If you're already a customer, which I'm assuming you are, then you can just transfer and start using Hamilton. Let's see. Any other good questions? I'm going to see if there's any other really, really good ones. And if not, then we'll get rocking and rolling.
Will I constantly be making more software? I have already made more software. I'm just slowly, I have a lot of software that's already been created, but I put it out after it's been fully tested and working. And after it's been working, I have a beta group run it and make sure it's working. So I just don't want, I am not a marketer. I am a trader. That I think is what makes me a very good owner of the company, is because I am totally about keeping you guys protected. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I am just trying to make trading software that works and then go from there. So that's probably the reason why it takes me a while to put out these softwares, but I am absolutely making sure that you're protected when I do put it out. But there will be multiple softwares available.
And guys, to give you an idea, Dave has shown me some of the other softwares that he has that he's testing, and there's a lot of exciting stuff that's coming. So what we're doing with this company is insane. We're creating a true financial revolution. We're speeding up the process to real financial freedom. We're actually getting people results, and it's incredible. Yeah, and who is that? Leah's basically saying that the software is already touching so many people's lives, and it's absolutely true what's happening. Dave, is there anything else that you want to cover here?
No, I see a good question. They said, is Hamilton and Benjamin software compatible to the Mac iOS devices? And yes, because neither one of them actually run on a computer. They all run on a VPS, and you're just basically using your VPS to run it. You can download on Mac Windows Desktop 10 and be able to access on your tablet, on your phone, or on your MacBook the remote desktop, which is where your VPS is located.
Cool. Any other questions? Can we trade on Friday? I don't believe so, Dave. What is? Absolutely
not. You have the ability, just like Benjamin, to request that your software be turned on if it's a I guess if you want to take your shoe off and hit yourself in the face with it. I would say that the best bet would probably be to leave Friday off, because anybody that's ever traded sees that there is a giant gap on Sunday night when the markets open from when the markets closed on Friday. You never know if it's going to be, 150 to 500 pips different when the market opens, and that could be horrible for your trades.
Look, here's the thing. Everybody, just do what Dave says. There's a new hashtag that's trending right now. It's just do what Dave says. Like come on. Like, I don't know your experience and whatnot, but this guy is, he's been trading for several decades at this point, very successfully. So, look, I just do what he says. Okay. All right. Hashtag do what Dave says. Yeah, give a hashtag do what Dave says in the comments, please.
Yeah. I would say that also, yes, I am making an NFP trader. So that's pretty good.
That's funny.
That's what everyone should be putting up on Instagram, right?
Do what Dave said. Cool, everybody.
Why don't you use Quicksilver instead?
do what Quicksilver says.
No, that's fine, because there's a thousand Daves at SilverStar now. So.
All right, everybody. So again, over the weekend, Quicksilver is going to put up the Hamilton into the SilverStar Live software site. You'll be able to download it and start using it for MT4. In the meantime, if you want to use multiple softwares, you can go ahead and purchase in the back office under purchase services. And yeah, there we go. Everyone's going with the hashtag do what Quicksilver says. You guys are amazing. You guys are amazing. And we'll be here. I know that you guys will have lots of questions, so we'll be in the Facebook groups and everything, and make sure everyone is up and rocking this next week. All right, Dave, anything else?
Everything I think was covered. So if anybody has any questions, you can just just watch the video, and hopefully it'll answer them all. And if anything else, I'll when I create the installation video for Hamilton, hopefully that will answer any specific questions you have when you're actually watching it installed from scratch.
Cool. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being on here. Let's continue to change the world. We're doing it. We just crossed over 2,000 active members today, and it's so exciting what's happening with the growth of the company. I know Quicksilver is going to continue to make life-changing software, and thank you, everybody that is behind this mission, whether you're just using our softwares or also helping get the word out about our softwares. We want to thank you from the bottom of our hearts, and we hope you guys all have an amazing night, and we will talk to you soon. Bye, everybody.
Take care.